Hello, I'm Bood and welcome to the office and welcome to another episode 60 of the Black and Yellow with our beloved Denton Villa. We all love a bit of the Villa, eh? Yellow is your colour, yellow is my colour, yellow is our colour, eh? Innit? So smash the like button, do me a favour. Also, if you want to help the channel out a little bit more, you can pledge to my Patreon. Now, episode 60, sort of a summer special. And we're going to go for all the transfers. I'm not doing anything fancy because I'm on holiday and I'm trying to save time and spend it with my family. We're doing different things. We've got Blackpool tomorrow. Take my little boy to the sandcastle, have a bit of a swim. We're going to have fish and chips. Can't wait. Take him on a tram. He thinks it's called trains, but who cares? We're also going the day after to watch the Paw Patrol movie. Yay. His first ever experience at a cinema though. I'm going to get some popcorn, do the whole thing. I can't wait. So yeah, time. I haven't got loads of time, so I'm trying my best to make videos. So the less editing I can do, the better. But it's still going to be alright. We'll go through the transfers, we'll have a look at a few other things, talk about a few things, and then I might stick a cheeky live com at the very end. Why not? But yeah, I can't wait to get into it. So thank you as always for taking the time out of your busy day to watch it. Well, let's get into it. Well, today, folks, we're going to start the story right here on Bolton Wanderers. Now, you might remember our beautiful old stadium. Well, they weren't old. Our beautiful little stadium, Shirley Hill, we left. It still exists, but it does nothing. And you know, ever since, last couple of years, I've wanted to get our own home, and I keep asking the board. I think I even shared that with you in the last episode. And they keep saying no, they don't want to build their own. We just keep renting the University of Bolton Stadium, which is Bolton Wanderers Stadium, or it was their stadium. It's now 2027 and they have just built their new stadium, which is a lot smaller than the University of Bolton Stadium, which isn't even old, called it the Nat Lofthouse Park. So they've left the University of Bolton Stadium, but we're still there. So my great board, who don't want to pay for a brand new stadium, guess what they're doing? They're freaking buying the University of Bolton Stadium. We're buying it. We're getting our own home. It's a second-hand stadium from Bolton that's in Bolton and nowhere near Manchester. Let's get into the transfers. I still can't get over that. I've never seen anything like it. To rent a stadium, then they leave it and leave you in it, and then your board tries to buy it on the cheap in a town that's not where you're not even from. Does that mean we're going to be a Bolton team now? That's weird. Anyway, right, transfers. So you'll know I did say I wanted to try and improve my goalkeeper and my striking departments. So that's what I did. Put Lassie up for sale. West Ham have come in through. They bought him for just over 10 million. And he's a good keeper, but he's a backup. They've spent that much money on a backup, but then when you think about the Premier League and the prices you have to pay, it's probably about right. Now, because of this whole stadium thing, I don't need to save up any money, so I thought, let's spend it. Let's stretch that money out and let's try and do something special this year. So I've spent a lot of money, probably 50 million eventually. We've got to win the Champions League, we've got to win the Premier League, he's got to play 50 games. I always do this. I do this quite a lot on my journeyman. So we stretched out the finances and we've bought Nico, who wasn't even the number one keeper at Borussia Dortmund. We've bought him and he's good, I think. 23-year-old, he's from Denmark, great reflexes, good handling. Definitely the best keeper we've ever had. The next one was a tough one. I needed to make a decision on one of my top strikers leaving, and Hughesy. I just had to weigh it all up ability-wise, and Hughesy had to go. He had to go, or he'd just be rotting. Probably won't be playing as much, and he deserves much more than that. So I put him up for sale. Burnley have come in for him, so he's staying in the Premier League. He's going to be a first teamer for them. We've got a good price for him as well, which is great because he is really one of our own. I like him. Now, there's a lot of good strikers in the world. There is. I can't get any of them though. I think I've got something that's good. Now, he's not actually. I've clicked it on there for him to be a striker. He's more of a shadow striker, but he's got the ability that I want. Now, he's got pretty good finishing, but I love his first touch. I love his technique. I love his passing. He's composed. He's off the ball. He's not super slow. I think he will be a good striker. Next out the door was Gonads, and I think we all saw this coming. He's one of the Croatians I brought in when I turned on Croatia. And some have worked out, some haven't. And he's one of the ones that hasn't worked out. And he's an okay player. His first year was great. Second year, he got pushed out by Vlahovic. Despite his dummy out wanting to leave. So we put him up for sale. A few teams came in. Inter Milan paid a fair price for him, so he's gone off to the Serie A. And he's been replaced by my third big signing, my final huge signing. Spent a lot of money on this guy. England international Sean Blinkhorn, brilliant name, from Everton, who is a very, very, very good player. Can't wait to see how well he really, really does. Another sad player to leave. I had to get rid of someone else in the middle because we brought in a young player I kind of talked about in the previous episode, and it's Oliver Humphries. He was the worst of the worst, really. I mean, he's worth a lot of money and we got a good price for him. He's gone to Fulham, but everyone else at the clubs has got something else a little bit better than him. I mean, he's a former player of the year. I think, was it our last year in the Championship or one of them? He was the best player. He was a fan's favourite, and he's a legend. So I'm going to miss him. He's been a great servant, but I wish him well. A very cheap little gem, the minimum fee release clause kind of little gem. The midfielder I mentioned in an earlier episode, that if I got him, I'd show you him. Well, there he is, Mr. Kasama. We've brought him from Köln in Germany. He's a wonder kid, and he's Portuguese. He's 19, and I think he is one of the future players. And possibly he's going to be my fourth choice central midfielder this year. So he's going to get a lot of game time, I think. And I like him. I like him a lot. Another player to leave us is Joshi, my left back, who came in kind of was my starter, battling out with JB. I'm just not. Out of the Croatians, I think 2 have worked, the rest haven't really. And he's all right, but I could do better. I think we have done better with the player we brought in last season, really. So Joshi's left. Obviously, my left back from last year is going to be the left back this year. But I did buy not only a couple of Croatians, I bought some very young Serbians a couple of years ago. And one of them's he's ready. It's time he stepped up. And it is 20-year-old Antonio Bezic. We did sign him 2 years ago. He's been playing in the youths. We got him from Red Star Belgrade. And I think he's just as good as Joshi. So I might as well put him in the team as a backup left back, shouldn't I? So that's it. They're the ins and outs. And this is the team report. We've got Nico in net, who I think is a massive improvement. We've got Rob Evans, who's a good player, one of our own, as the backup. We've got Allison, Babin and Stevens, 3 top-class centre-halves, with Adam G backing them up. And then I've got Rob Percival and a few other kids still in the under-23s who are doing good. Filipovic, Joe Page on the right, definite Filipovic starter. Gledson, the Brazilian I brought in last year, definite starter again, with Bezic behind him. Great back four when it's fit. In the middle, we've got Charbert, who's really coming into his own. He's got Blinkhorn now, he's got Ellison, got Vlakovic, Dixon. Honestly, we're definitely the strongest we've ever been. Going forward, we've got Rambo and Filipovic on the right, Tuppen and Raven on the left, Yosen, Stevens, and one last player I want to show you. Our new third choice striker. Again, a player I signed a couple of years ago who's been in the reserves. And he's one of the Croatians who wasn't good enough to get into the first team. But he's got a bit of potential. I think he's okay. I think as a third choice striker with Stevens, I think he's going to do alright. So, super happy with the squad now. Now that hasn't happened, is it? It hasn't happened yet. Planning permission. Planning to buy it by the summer of next year. Oh God. I can't go to Bolton forever. Over to the staff, and I have had another rebuild. Really gone to work on my staff. And we've got rid of quite a few, and we've brought in quite a few. Check this out. Yeah, sorted out my scouts, got really improved the scouting, really improved coaching, as in like the fitness coach. Got a new head of youth who is well better than the old one, so I'm hoping that'll be good for us in youth intakes in the future. New head of sports science, all that stuff. The sports science department has been completely rebuilt, and I think we are looking bob on. Now the only thing that's holding us back from being the best complete staff is my scouting, but you'll see there I've got loads of spaces left. I think I've got 21 spaces and I've only got 14 scouts, so I've got 7 scouts I can bring in. Now I've got really good scouts, but I think what I do sometimes, once I've got a great team of them, you know they're good and they're the ones you trust. But then I bring in other scouts to get knowledge from them. So even if they're not that good, I get them in for their knowledge, and that's what I'm planning on doing for the rest of the season. Really trying to make sure we're the best at everything, really. But when it comes to the coaching and the medical department, I've got to have an advantage from that this season. And also what I've done with the staff is my old head of youth was also he's been my under 18 manager. I'm trying to make that take it a bit more serious now. So he's gone out and we brought in a head of youth, which is Jonathan Pepper, who is better than the guy we had. He's 53. He's just all round better. So I brought in a manager, this geezer, to actually be my first ever under-18s manager. And he's got his own assistant manager as well, Kevin O'Connor, who again's really good. Now obviously we've still got Lee, who's the under-23 manager. I mean, if I'm honest, the under-18 manager's probably a little bit better, so you better book your ideas up, Lee, because he might have your job, you never know. So yeah, I've took it a bit more seriously. We've got a lot more staff for the youth teams as well. I've kind of had my eye off the under-18s for a bit, but let's go for all of it. When it comes to under-23s, it's time to step it up. Because after being in that low-level kind of division we've been in, which they won 2 years running, last year they didn't, I forgot to tell you this, they lost the final to Arsenal last year. So they didn't do a three-peat. But this year, they've gone up, finally, into the Premier League. So we're in the top division now. Premier League 2, Division 2. I don't know how many there is, but we're up there now with the big boys. So we're getting serious. Only trouble is, I don't think they're as good as they have been for the last couple of years. And that's because we've got rid of some, and I've sold the odd one for a few quid, and I've loaned a lot of them out. A lot of the big boys have left on loan. So you can see a lot of them here. You got Hollingworth. Kano's gone on loan out this year, to be fair, giving him a chance to play some football at Forest. Menes is on loan. Lee Carey's on loan. JB, Courtney O'Brien, loads of them have gone. So hopefully they can all learn something from that. And I've also had to promote some of the under-18s to under-23s. So it's a new team. It's going to be interesting to see how well they do this year. Now, we've had a bit of a random pre-season. We played a few different teams. We went to Portugal for a little bit. Then we played FC United. Then we went to South Korea for a game. Then we came back and played Salford. So different kinds of teams. Nothing too hard. I didn't want to push them too much because I really wanted to be fresh. You know, match ready. Give everyone a game. But fresh for the league because obviously we did so well last year. But I think we're even better this year. I think we've got a really, really well-balanced squad. Really got more quality. The likes of Blinkhorn in the middle. And my new striker as well, I think. And our defence with a good new goalkeeper. I think we can definitely get fourth again. Maybe do better. If you see up there now, we're top of the league. Because I have in fact played the first 4 games of the season and won all 4. Look at that. We're up there with Spurs. Randomly. Us and Spurs have got 100% record. City in 3rd, got Liverpool in 4th. My beloved Manchester United in 10th. Yay. But yes, Stevens. Thought he was going to be number 2 striker. He started the season really well, scoring 4 goals. So yeah, he's definitely not giving up his spot just yet. And I know it's early days, but we have been fantastic. Now I won't go through them all in detail in this episode. Let's keep it simple just for this one, episode 60. But we played Bournemouth, Borough, Everton and Watford, so no major massive tests. But you know, we kicked off the first game, beating Bournemouth 5-0. My new boy got 2 goals up front, which is brilliant. Then we played Borough, beating them 3-0 away, again brilliant. Stevens hat-trick. Then we played Everton on TV at home, beating them 2-1. Rambo getting us the winning goal. Watford, last game we played, was beat them 2-1 away. Tuppen and Stevens scoring those goals, and I'm happy. Like, really happy. But today, we're getting our first proper test away from home on TV. We're going to share it together in the live con against Manchester City, which means we'll probably play shit and get battered. Before we get into that game, let's just have a look at the 2 other clubs. 2 clubs I'm sure you're interested in, because I am. And that is Luton, managed by my old assistant manager, and Manchester Central, who are in the Championship, both 1 step away from playing me, which I think would be brilliant. But you might not be able to see this, Manchester Central in 22nd. So they're in the relegation zone, but it's early days. 1 win and they could jump above Bolton in 16th. Luton are doing a little bit better, they're in 10th. So yeah, both teams have spent a bit of money. Luton actually bought Joshy off us, you might have noticed. And I think they bought my old 3rd choice keeper as well, Billy Thompson. So it's weird that I think my old assistant he keeps coming back to me trying to get players. He's got one of my old strikers now, my old goalkeeper, my old left back. So that's pretty cool. What I'm hoping for right now is that someone actually stays here at Central, because you might remember Steve Bruce took them up and jumped ship to Bolton. And Brad Friedel, he took them up. He's jumped ship to Brentford, right? I want someone to stay there, but this is who they've got. They've got JJ Okocha, so good they named him twice, who was Reading manager for a couple of years, been under-20s manager in Nigeria, and that's all of his managerial experience. I mean, he looks like he could become good. 54 years old, hopefully. He's the man that can take Central to the Premier League and give us back our derbies. So today we of course play Manchester City, managed by the great Zinedine Zidane. Now they've obviously been consistently great, winning title after title. the last few years, switching with Liverpool. Apart from last year when they finished 6th, or this year they're not in the Champions League, but they've got massive resources. They're still going to have some of the best players in the game. This is not going to be easy. But you know what? It's a bit... You never know really, I suppose, what's going to happen, because the last couple of years it's been funny. I mean, we've played them 4 times now because we've been in the Premier League for 2 years. This is our 3rd year in the Prem. And the first time we played them, we got beat 3-1. Then we drew 0-0. And then last year, we beat them at home 5-0. And then they beat us 2-1 at the Etihad Stadium. So, I mean, you never know what's going to happen. I think we're at our best now. If we can go there and get a result, I think we're really going to say to the rest of the country and the world that Villa are ready. We're ready to not only be one of the best teams in the country, but we're ready to challenge for a Premier League title. Here we are with the match preview. The bookies have got evens favourites, whatever that means. I still never. People tell me in the comments, I still don't understand how odds work. Just not me. But we're top of the league and we're in better form. Like really good form. But yeah, you never know, do you? I'm excited though, because it's a good test for us. I just don't want to get embarrassed. Here we are with a team lineup to the Etihad Stadium, and is my A team apart from one player, Blakovic, won't be playing today. So Kasama, my young wonder kid, he's going to be playing, and apart, I'm happy. I like to stay calm. It's all over to you boys. Have a good one. Go do it. Go put on a show. Hey, yellow is my colour. Can you hear that? There's not many of us here, but that's all you can hear is Denton fans. And we kick off. Jozan, I think his name is, the Portuguese. He's an AMC shadow striker who can play naturally as a striker. I mean, if I played with that kind of tactic and found a really good striker, it'd probably be brilliant, wouldn't it? Because of his passing ability and his technique and everything. I just thought he still could play up front, and we're going to try him this season as a striker, and he's training to be that way with all the extra abilities. You know, he might be a real good asset to us up front. He might bring other people into the game as well. You know, you got someone like Rambo on the right. You could do anything. You know, anything can happen. But you know, I mean, City only putting a bit of pressure on here. But I'm confident the back four stays fit. Remember, we've got 2 centre halves who were wonder kids once. Got 2 very good fullbacks. I've got a really good goalie. So, oh God, I'm excited. Oh, well done, Nico. I just demanded more from the lads. You know, hopefully they can just up it a little bit. I know we're away from home, but I still believe in him. I really do. Here we go, free kick for City. Oh, good save, tipping it over the bar. Go on, let's start putting on a bit of pressure. Look at that corner there. Yellow is my colour. Yellow is my colour. I love Denton Villa. Should we change our name to Bolton Villa? Might as well. If we end up permanently in Bolton, a team from East Manchester in Bolton permanently. I mean, renting it's fine, but that wouldn't happen in real life, would it? Alright, there's a perfectly great stadium there that's better than ours. It's Shirley Hill. It's bigger, right? But it's in Bolton. For the rest of our club's history, we're going to be travelling to Bolton for home games. I mean, the seats aren't even yellow. What would be good is, what's going on here, boys? Come on. Is if when we do buy it, we change the seats to yellow. Brazilian left back passes inside to Chabert. Just does that job done here. The anchor man just sits there anchoring the whole midfield. We're trying to find Rambo. Blinkhorn feeds it through to Yo. Well, it's half time here at the Etihad Stadium. It's 0-0 and they've had way more chances, a bit more of the ball, but we're holding our own, you know. And you can get anything off a team like this away. It'll be great. I want to be a bit more serious now. I want to be assertive. I'm going to go for that. We're not doing badly, because we're not. We're not doing amazing. We're not doing bad. If everyone continues to work hard, we'll win this. Yellow is my colour. Yellow is my colour. I love Denton Villa. I don't care for no other. Yellow is my colour. Yellow is my colour. I will never be seen in red, white or green. Oh, blue. Although we do wear blue as our away kit. Sky blue. We don't like sky blue, do we? Chabert is easily just one of them quiet, great players. He's got a foot injury, so hopefully it's nothing major, but he's had to be brought off, which is never a good sign. So Ellison's going to be coming on. I'm gutted. I hope Chabert's not out for ages, because we've got more depth in the team. We're better this year. We've got more quality. Here comes City. Oh, well done defending when you're back. Oh, they're coming at us again. Oh, piss off. Yeah, I think I was trying to say, we're good. First 11's great. I think what we lack is complete, full quality and depth. I mean, don't get me wrong, players like Joe Page and Raven are great. And I think they play better than their attributes allow because they're from the club, they play for the badge. And in reality, we could probably improve certain players. I don't know. I'm not too bothered yet. We've spent enough this year. Might need to chill out on the spending. Here's O'Neill again. Nearly put the game to bed there. Good save, Nico. City again, bit of pressure here. I've got a bad feeling about it. They're playing pretty well, aren't they? Coming at us again, and it's 2-0. Rob O'Neill. Well, you know what? Maybe he's not ready. Maybe we're not ready to go to City and dominate. Just hopefully we can do like we did last year and beat them 5-0 when they come to our place. I made a couple of changes. Filipovic's on the right. We've got Stevens up top, so we can get a goal back. Get a bit of pride, boys. O'Neill, 2 goals. Gutted. They deserve it though. Look how many chances they've had. They've had more of the ball. I'd just like to nick a goal. I feel a bit better about it. Here's Blinkhorn. Passes inside to Stevens. How did that go in? I don't care, but we're back in this. Come on! City trying to run the clock down. Keeper just spent 3 years kicking it out. Passed it to his fullback who did a little dance around it. I'm assuming he's going to pass it around. Foden's still knocking about in here. He becomes a good player in this game. Phil Foden. Come on, boys. Whistle's going to get blown any minute. Any minute, ref. Blow the whistle. Don't let him score. Just blow the whistle, ref. Stop being shady. Right, there you go. Full time. It's finished 2-1 here at the Etihad Stadium. But do you know what? Not too bad. I think losing Charbet didn't help. So there you go. We got beat. We'd actually been on a 9-game winning streak, I think, from the last season. An unbeaten streak anyway. So we've been beaten. We're still top of the league. City are now second. Obviously Spurs have got to play later today, I think, or maybe tomorrow, so they could go back top. But I'm not even thinking about winning the league this year. I just want to try and get top 4 again. What's going to be interesting is our next game is at home against Spurs. Wow. And then our Champions League campaign kicks off against Monaco. Let's have a look at the group. Well, it ain't going to be an easy one, is it? I mean, Juve, brilliant. Monaco have always got money on this game and some good players. Besiktas, not a bad team either from Turkey. I mean, it's going to be fun. Obviously, I'm going to bring you some Champions League games. I reckon I'll bring you one if we get out of the group stage. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to come back, I think, in December once we've played that final game against Besiktas away. And then I'll come back for one of these games, I think. Hopefully try and win a live comp just for a bit of fun. But we'll have a good look at what we did in the Champions League. Hopefully we've got through. Well, there we go. That is the end of episode 60. Even though we got beat off them blue-nosed bastards. Hopefully you enjoyed it enough to smash the like button. I'd like to know what you think of the new players. Even some of the old players, the legends that have left. What do you think of the squad? I mean, do you think we've got a good chance of repeating the top 4? Could we even win something this year? I think it'd be cool if we could. An FA Cup, or even if we end up in the Europa League, I don't know. I just want to be successful this year. I want something to cheer about. So make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you pledge to my Patreon if you're feeling very generous. And make sure you do come back for the next one. And make sure you go and watch all my other content. You tell your friends about the channel. You share my channel on social media. Follow me on Twitter. You can even follow me on Instagram. Why would you not be doing that? Come and talk to me. Let's get to know each other. Right, thank you for taking time out your busy day. I really do appreciate it. You've been amazing. I've been Bood. I'll see you next time.